How's it going?
How's it going?
Hey, Graham, Andy. Zach, Nolan. Even squeeze you guys all in here. All right, guys. Three guys here who've two guys have been in the system a long time. Graham, obviously, coming off a fantastic season. One of the big things for this team last year was a lot of new faces, a lot of guys adjusting to new roles. Switching more off ball. Obviously, Ben, your role changed, and this year, that's not really the conversation. Obviously, you lose a tremendous player in Anton, but for the most part, 7 of 8 guys are back and bring in some great guys in Michael and Caliph. But how much does it help in terms of just practices and scrimmages to kind of have so many guys who are already familiar with their role, are familiar with the system, are familiar with what Coach Few is asking out of you guys?
Yeah, I think it helps just bringing the new guys up to speed. Catches up. Sometimes it's difficult. We don't have. You see, got a bunch of new guys coming into the program. They're all trying to learn at the same time. Some seasoned vets coached hard by our staff who are there. Just tell them what they so I think for sure.
Yeah, like along the line of what Ben was saying, I think in this new age of college basketball, that's bringing back the whole entire team for the most part. It matters a lot just because we're not having to waste time, but spend extra time on certain things with our flow or do things. And we're also bringing, like you said, seasoned vets who have played high level minutes at a high level. So it definitely just helps us, man, a lot.
I gotta stop going last, man.
Taking all the answers.
Yeah, man. Nah, they said it all, man. It's really exciting, having this tight knit group, just come back and be the core of the team it means a lot, and it goes to just show you, how Zags basketball really is, the culture behind it, just how close we all are, and just to bring in these 2 or these 4 transfers, it just means a lot, and it does a lot to the team as well, so. Yeah, I'm excited.
Just the competition in those practices, because again, like last year, you guys had a lot of guys were banged up. You were a little bit younger, but now you guys are running like 9, 10, 11 deep. Like, right. Just kind of talk about like just that level of competition that's happening in practice and how that's obviously changing everything you guys are able to do.
Yeah, man, it's been chippy every day. And it just goes to show you just how competitive and how again. Just the Zag way, the Zag way. Every practice is it's another day to get better. It's another day to be the best who you are. I feel like, and with this being 11 deep, that just goes to show you the depth that we got and how we could just put it all out there on the floor every time we come out there. And if we could do that with another sub coming in right after us to leave off where we started. So yeah, man, it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait.
Every day is a dogfight, to say the least, with all these guys and the talent that's on his team. So, like Nolan said, we're constantly getting better, and I can feel the growth every single day. And so, like, yeah, man, we're just getting better every single day, and we're having a great time as well. Mm-hmm. So that's really what matters.
What they said. I mean, bring your hard hats. You're coming to our practice. That's how it is.
How have the young guys adjusted? I think we're looking at guys like Ismaila and Emmanuel and guys who are probably not going to play big roles this year, but being in this dogfight, as you guys talk about in practice, like how does that elevate their game and kind of get them more prepared for whatever their role looks like this year and going forward?
Yeah, I think I said this a little earlier, but I think as of right now, I feel like our practices might be harder than some of the games we're going to be playing with how hard we play and how much competition there is and who we're playing against. And they're going against us every day. High level dudes who want to win, and they're trying to bust your every day. So having that experience is going to be big time for them. It's going to help them, along the line when they're the older guys, the vets here, and they know how to kind of lead the group and what to expect.
All right. You talked about just like how like some of these games are going to be tougher than some of the games you actually have in the non-conference, or really just kind of moving forward, because expectations are kind of sky high for this group, and obviously as much as you want, you try to like probably tune out what all the outside is doing. But when you think about what you guys were able to accomplish a year ago, you still got back to the Sweet 16 despite everything that seemed to try to go against you. Going into this year, just talk about like what the confidence level is inside that locker room, because again, like, you guys you kind of had almost the same level of success a year ago in a quote down year.
Mm-hmm. I definitely say the confidence level is high, while at the same time still seeking growth and trying to get better. So we're still trying to find that fine balance, and the fine balance is still there. But we're really focused on getting better every single day, man. If we get better today, it's going to take care of tomorrow. You know what I mean? And so that's what we're focused on.
All right, Nolan, I'll ask you one. A lot of really good battles the last 2 years against St. Mary's, and in particular against Mr. Aiden Mahaney, and you guys are going to face him at the Madison Square Garden against UConn. Obviously, UConn, a team that has been a bit of a thorn in Gonzaga's side the last few years. How excited are you guys for that matchup in particular, and getting a chance to play against, defending back-to-back national champions and a familiar face that you've had a lot of experience playing against?
Well, it's always fun playing against them, and well, it's not always fun. We have been losing, but we got to get this win, and I think we just go about it just like any other game, just like the Baylor game, just like our first game. I feel like we just got to go in, knowing that we got to take one game at a time, and it's gonna be amazing. Being able to play at Madison Square Garden as well, it's the mecca of all basketball, so it's gonna be amazing.
Two new guys who are expected to play big roles this year, Michael and Caleb, coming in, and we talked about the continuity and the veteran experience of this team, and you get two guys in who've played a lot of college basketball, and Caleb's been at 3 different schools up to this point, and Michael played some junior college ball and played in this conference last year. How important is it not only to have new guys coming in who have that level of experience, but what does that mean just for the overall kind of quality of practices, quality of games when you get into that, and kind of how those guys are going to be able to adjust to those roles?
They're really good players, man. They're really good players, and they could adjust anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they could adjust anywhere, and for them to choose Gonzaga, that just goes to show you, just like I said, our culture, what we bring to college basketball, and we're just so tight knit. We're a family, and I feel like that's what they felt on their visit. We made sure of that, so. Yeah.
Yeah, with those guys, man, they've already come in making key contributions, not just on the court, but who they are as people. They're great people, and they ultimately are Zags. And like Nolan said, we want to make them feel a part of this brotherhood early on, and I think they've totally bought in by how hard they work, with the energy that they bring every day, and just the people that they are, man. I'm glad to have them on this team.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's sometimes more difficult for freshmen coming in to a high-level program and, don't know what to expect practice-wise, game plan-wise, and it's how serious we take this on and off the court. So, for them to come in with college experience already, kind of go through the ringer with, the college, off seasons, all that stuff, weight room. So, I mean, it's just big time to have, two guys that have been through it.
Washington State and Oregon State joined the WCC this year. Has there been, especially with Washington State, like with the amount of fans and presence there is in Spokane, like has there already been some back and forth between some of those fans, or like what's been kind of like not to say the reaction, but like has there been any movement on like the budding rivalry that Washington State and Gonzaga are going to have moving forward?
I mean, I'm not sure what to expect, honestly. I mean, obviously we're just right down the street from each other, and yeah, there are a lot of Kook fans in Spokane. But I mean, I'm expecting. I mean, we already have such a great environment every game, so it's probably going to be close to the same for those home games. But I'm sure they might sell a couple more tickets in Pullman when we come to town, and kind of maybe start a little rivalry. Both going to the Pac-12 in the couple years. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I mean, we wish we had a football team to play against them, but this is how it is.
So speaking of moving to the Pac-12, obviously currently the league's not done, but we know that by the time Gonzaga's in the Pac-12, they're going to be playing a lot of schools that are from the current Mountain West. And Graham, you have a lot of experience playing quite a few of those teams from your time at Wyoming, and obviously you guys have played some of those teams as well. But what can Gonzaga fans expect against teams like San Diego State and Boise State, and those teams that they're going to be competing against in a couple of years?
Yeah, well, especially with those two teams specifically, it's going to be dogfights every game, as you saw last year with San Diego State, and that's how it is with them all the time. Like every single year that I've played them, it's been nothing but a battle. It's just a physical brand of basketball that they both played. But I think it'll just be a lot more exciting game.
Mark Few said that Caleb Battle made 140 straight free throws in a practice. I can't verify whether that's true or not, but one of the things that he really brings to this team is a tremendous amount of rim pressure. And in an offense where there's a lot of motion and a lot of movement, for him to be able to get downhill and get to the cup, I mean, it feels like that's going to open up a lot of things on this team that maybe we didn't see from this team in the last couple of years. How impactful can he be for this team, particularly on the offensive side of the ball?
Especially at that free throw line, huge, man. I actually watched him make 69 in a row, no cap. It was crazy to me. I was like, wow, because we were supposed to shoot until you missed, and I'm like, man, I'm not ever getting on if you're gonna stay here. But just he puts a tremendous amount of pressure on that rim. Just the way that he attacks and how aggressive he is. But also what people don't see is how great of a defender he is. Man, he really plays hard on both ends of the floor.
All right, I think we're wrapped. It's like, all right. We gotta let you guys go.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.